the battle for global supremacy, China will take center stage in 2021 as a new US president moves into the White House. In the year the Chinese Communist Party celebrates its centenary, China faces huge domestic challenges such as Hong Kong. President Trump began the economic war. President Joe Biden inherits this war and will need to come up with a strategy to halt the rise of China. Iran is facing immense challenges in the Middle East as the US and Israel have carried out a campaign to weaken the clerical regime in Tehran. The clerics face many challenges domestically as the economy struggles under sanctions and mismanagement. In June, the presidential elections are due to take place, with many believing the country's leadership has failed to strengthen Iran in the face of external threats. A number of Gulf states entered into normalization agreements with Israel in 2020, with others also likely to go public in 2021. The Palestinians are now being officially abandoned after decades of support from nations who used their struggle for their own legitimacy. It remains to be seen, however, in 2021, how the Muslims globally respond against their rulers, who are going against public opinion. It has now been a decade since the Arab Spring removed a number of long-term dictators in the Middle East. Today, it would appear the second Arab Spring is beginning in places such as Sudan, Algeria, Egypt, Iraq, Lebanon, and Iran, all experiencing uprisings. Many of the underlying issues were never resolved, and in a number of countries, things are far worse today than a decade ago. Numerous populists saw success at the polls as many people lost faith in mainstream politicians. Many turned to populist personalities in the hope they would be different. In the US, Ukraine, Hungary, Brazil, Pakistan, and a slew of other nations, populist leaders found success. The COVID-19 outbreak was the first real test of such leaders delivering on their rhetoric, and the results have not been good. US President Donald Trump dismissed the virus and promoted quick cures. Imran Khan of Pakistan changed his mind on national lockdowns on a near-daily basis. Brazil's president promoted bogus cures, and many other leaders resorted to fearmongering and scapegoating. Populist leaders have failed to deal with the COVID pandemic, and as national economies struggle, it's likely populist rhetoric will no longer assuage the public mood in 2021.